The country is in mourning after the deadliest school shooting in nearly a decade. Police say a gunman killed 21 people at an elementary school in South Texas yesterday.
Just unbelievable, but this happened at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. That's about 80 miles west of San Antonio.
Law enforcement sources tell CBS News the 18-year-old shooter drove up to the school with a handgun, an AR-15 assault weapon, and high-capacity magazines. As soon as he got into the school, police say he started shooting whoever was in his way. The gunman was eventually shot and killed by a responding officer. Last night, President Joe Biden called on lawmakers to take action to prevent future shootings.
Why are we willing to live with this carnage? Why do we keep letting this happen? Where in God's name is our backbone to have the courage to deal with it and stand up to the lobbies? It's time to turn this pain into action.
The attack comes just 10 days after a racially motivated mass shooting at a Buffalo supermarket and nearly a decade after the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary in Newtown, Connecticut.
So, what can lawmakers really do to prevent these mass shootings? Last night, we heard renewed calls for gun control legislation by politicians here in the nation's capital.
We want to bring in Matt Gregory. Matt, what do these proposals look like?
Well, Tony, it depends on which side of the aisle the proposal comes from. Democrat leaders want more gun control measures. Republican leaders want more law enforcement involved. The shockwaves from the latest American mass shooting resonated in the district Tuesday night.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby?
Republicans and Democrats both pushed proposals to prevent mass shootings. Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy represents Newtown, Connecticut, the scene of the 2012 Sandy Hook shooting that killed 20 first graders and 6 teachers.
But I'm here on this floor to beg, to literally get down on my hands and knees and beg my colleagues. Find a path forward here. Work with us to find a way to pass laws that make this less likely.
The Democrat-led Senate will put new gun control efforts on the floor, including new background check resolutions.
You see Democrats and a lot of folks in the media whose immediate solution is to try to restrict the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens. That doesn't work. It's not effective. It doesn't prevent crime.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz led the Republican chorus. He suggested schools post more law enforcement on campuses and called for the arrest and prosecution of felons who try to illegally buy firearms. Okay, so there are 2 pieces of gun control legislation that have not yet been taken up by the Senate, and they both deal with those background checks we were talking about, and those have already passed in the House. Tony?
All right, Matt, thank you. Some law enforcement agencies here in our area plan to increase patrols at schools over the next few days. They say there are no known threats. They are just doing this out of an abundance of caution. So far, we know of extra patrols in Loudoun County schools, Montgomery County, Anne Arundel County, and schools in Hyattsville.